What's up YouTube? Kelvin back with 13th Ascension. I'm always back with another video. Kind of wanted to bring y'all some more content here because, like I said, I took a little bit of time off and want to kind of bring these subjects to you. Guys, this subject right here is going to be about when you decide to walk your path. And basically, the title is going to be "The Devil is going to infiltrate you." Okay? And what I mean by that is, guys, there was a contract, between God and the devil. It's like, okay, I allow my people to come down here and do whatever they want, and basically God's saying, hey, I'm going to still get my people to come with me, but he allowed the devil to take whoever he wants to take. Okay, and that's just the way it is. We're here on his realm, his reign. And he has all power to do whatever he can to take your soul. And if you ever decide to go the opposite way, expect the devil to come. That's the best way I can put it. Just expect him to come, because when you're on your road to salvation and elevation, he is going to intercept. I mean, he's not going to allow you to drive off into a happy sunset with God. It's just not going to happen that way. And I say that because God, that was smart. He knows how to use people. Okay, and that's really one of the best ways to put it. That's probably he uses people. He uses people as vessels, and you need to understand this. So, because a lot of people think, we're in this, I'm in my isolation, I've cut everybody off that's done me wrong, and I've forgiven them, but I've cut them off, and I'm doing what God has asked me to do. The devil will use anybody, y'all, to come after you. And I mean anybody. He can use your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, your co-workers. He can use anybody, to a point where you're not safe anywhere. We're in this earth realm with people, and as long as you're around people, guess what? You are a target when the devil wants to come at you. And that's how he has access to you at all times. And the best way I can put it is, like, think of the devil as like Agent Smith. If y'all ever seen The Matrix, y'all know how like Neo was always walking around and he'll look at someone, and then he'll look somewhere else, and he looks back and it's Agent Smith. Well, that's what the devil is like. See, we all have spirits on us, guys, and we have negative spirits on us too, including me. We have them. Nobody is exempt from this. But when the devil wants to come at you, he'll use other people, and he can literally jump in their bodies just like Agent Smith and use them to do anything. Get in your mind, frustrate you, take you off your path, to do harm to you. There's no limit to what the devil can do if he wants to stop you from your glory ride with God. He's going to intercept. So you have to look at it as, the higher you get in your elevation and the further you travel down your road with God, expect him to come. I mean, just expect it. I really just expect him to come, y'all. He's always lurking, right? And nobody's off limits. Nobody. It's going to really upset you. That's why I always tell y'all, don't just forgive people for what they do, because they don't know what they do. It's just forgive them. They have demons on them. And to fight this in this realm, you're going to have to fast, y'all. You're going to have to stay with your fasting and stay in your prayer with God, because he's the further you go along with God, the harder he's coming for you. It's just this simple fact. He's going to come for you, and he's going to pull at your weaknesses. And let me give you a couple examples what I mean by that. Like, so say you have a problem with women, okay, and say that your weakness is women, and you are on your path of where you have now you're not releasing. I'm talking within the men and women, but you're not releasing. And see, what people don't understand is that when you release, you drop your energy, your vibration drops. And I think if y'all seen my first video, I told y'all that God is a very strategic man. He's very smart, and he knows what we as humans like, right? And it's not to say you can't have sex. It's just that we're in this time where sex is everywhere. I mean, kids the age of 5 and 6 are seeing things that only adults should need to see, but there's no getting away with it now. It's just everywhere. All these devices and just ways to meet different women, ways to meet different men. You're at a point now where you can release your energy at all times, and you would never be able to vibrate high. So if you say you finally come into your knowing, and you're like, okay, I need to hold my seed because I'm going to vibrate higher, and I'm going to start having manifestations, and it helps with on a level that most people can't even fathom. You just know to hold your seed once you're awoke, right? And I don't want to get too deep in it, but say you're at that level and you're going down your path, and Devil's like, man, I can't get him to release, or I can't get her to release, and they're actually dedicated and they're on their path. Well, he's gonna come tugging at you. All right, and if you're a man, he's gonna send a video vixen your way. He's gonna send them, y'all. I mean, to a point where you're gonna be like, God, maybe this is one time. And guys, first of all, let me put it this way: no one's perfect. We all fall short, and there are probably gonna be times you are gonna fall short. But just to know that the more you hold, the better off you're gonna be, and he's going to send them your way when he sees you vibrating too high. It's just, he has to bring you back down to the lower root. You got to stay back down there with him. So can't get too high up there. So yeah, he's going to send some people, and you need to understand that. So if you have problems with that, the lust of the flesh, man or woman, he's going to send the tall, dark, and handsomes. He's going to tug at you. He wants to keep you down at your root levels. So that's one example, right? Say you have a problem with drinking, right? Say you've been sober for a year. Well, you're going to start noticing your friends are going to be starting to ask you to go out to the bars, or let's go out on vacation to Cancun or something, a place where you're probably going to be drinking. And he's smart. He's not going to do it in the regular way. He's going to do it with like family or something like that too. You might be on Thanksgiving. Somebody might be popping some bubbly. He is going to find a way to get you. It's how he works. So you need to understand that when you're on this path and you're walking, and you're going with God, you're going to be tested by the devil. And he's going to infiltrate you. He's going to intercept you some way on your path. He's going to intercept you. He's going to use the people closest to you. I'll give you another one. Like, guys, say you have road rage, right? And y'all can all say, I ain't got road rage, whatever. If y'all drive, chances are you got road rage. And it gets to a point because people do the craziest things, y'all. You know how they drive, and they just acting all fool. Well, the reason why I'm telling y'all this is because, like, if you have a problem with anger, the devil is going to infiltrate other people driving, and he's going to like send them your way and to do stupid stuff just to get you off of your path. He's going to try to agitate you. He's going to try to frustrate you. He's going to do crazy things, especially on the road. You're not safe anywhere, guys. Anywhere. You're in your car, you're thinking you're alone. No, you know how many people around you in their cars? So he can infiltrate any of them at any time. So I use that to say this because, guys, the reason why I'm bringing this to you is because I had an incident where I was driving, and I was working. It was a long day. I wanted to get home, and y'all, when I tell you, all right, I'm in the middle lane, right? I'm trying to get home, and this guy pulls up to me on the fast lane, and I'm trying to get in the fast lane. But you know how you got those drivers where um, they won't, they don't, they're scared to be the leader of the pack, but they'll only drive as fast as the fastest person driving. So they'll pull up to the person that's driving the fastest, and they'll just stay there, and or they'll try to drive like maybe a mile faster just to be like, I'm driving fast. You know, y'all know the ones, right? It ticks you off because it's like, y'all go do your own thing, you know. But it was one of them situations, right? And I'm on the road. This guy is driving to my left, and I'm trying to get over, right? But he's just driving like neck and neck with me to the point where I'm just like, man, just either go or let me by because I'm trying to get over. I wouldn't have mind to fall behind and you know and fall behind him, but this guy was just, I don't know. It's like he was possessed by the devil. I'm serious. Like, so guys, I decide that I'm going to pass him because I'm like, I can't do this. You know, I was going to end up getting in traffic sooner or later. You know, because everybody was bunching up on the fast lane, so I was trying to get over. So I sped up. I sped up past this guy and got in front of him. And this guy tries to speed up to stop me from doing that, right? So he's honking on the horn, all this. I'm like, hey, you know, yo, chill out. You know, what is all this? Guys, don't y'all know, this guy goes over in the HOV lane, speeds up past me, gets back over and slams on brakes and makes me hit him. I'm speechless at this point, even telling you this story, because it's something that I couldn't believe. I was like, what in the world? Like, this guy had to be a demon. Like, it had to be, the devil had to be trying to get to me, because I was like, why would this guy do this? So then we pull over. This guy tries to offer me like $400 for the damage. And I'm like, man, it's going to cost like $1,500 to fix that. Nah, you're going to have to come out your pockets. That ain't going to happen. So I call the cops, you know, because he's trying to get away off of $400. Now, when the cop gets there, y'all, this guy tells the cop that I hit him. That I hit him. And guess what? The cop believed him. Believe this guy. And I'm like, I called you. How are you believing this guy? Oh, well, there's no proof and this not. I'm like, well, listen, I got cameras because I have cameras. I got cameras in my front and the back of my truck. And I'm gonna jump. The reason why I have cameras, I'm gonna go back to about a year and a half prior to this incident. Guys, I was driving here in Atlanta about a year and a half ago, and I was cutting across 400, and there was oncoming traffic. And whether I made the cut too early or whatever, there was a car coming. And in my view, guess what? I saw that the lady had enough time to slow down. When I tell you, it's like she sped up. That's what I mean. Y'all ever seen World War Z? And like Brad Pitt, he's getting out of the very first part of the movie. He gets out of the car, and he there's like traffic. He gets out to see what's going on, and then he gets back in the car, and this cop comes up to him. He's like, "Stay in your car!" And then he gets hit by this dump truck, and then there's just like this guy in the driver's wheel. He's twitching and it looked like he's possessed, and he's big foot on the gas, and he's plowing through downtown. That's what I mean by being possessed, because going back to this lady, like I'm trying to get over and go over, get on 400, and it's like she plowed on the gas just to hit me, and she hit me. Guys, long story short, I get sued for $264,000. $264,000, a little over $250,000. And I guess she got lawyers, and they found out I had a business, and again, going for the juggler. Guys, when the devil wants to come at you, he's coming full force. I mean, any way to take you off your path. And hence, I told you that story to bring you back to this last car accident I got into. And I'm gonna show y'all a video of this. Guys, I got cameras. Right after that, I bought another truck. I got cameras front and back. I was like, that's not gonna happen again. I'm not getting sued for that much. These people, I mean, when the devil wants to come after you, he's gonna come after you. He's gonna try to take everything from you. And so I was like, yeah, get cameras. You know, we're gonna do this right now because next time this happens, I'm gonna have proof. Well, hence bring you back to this last accident I just got into. The guy that I feel that devil just took over and made me hit him. He lied to the police. The police believed him until I had to submit, you know, footage, the camera footage. Well, it turns out, you know, I got vindicated in that and got a check from the insurance company. But if I didn't have that camera, what would have happened? Like, you really have to be careful, and you're not safe anywhere, guys. I mean, the devil will use anybody. I mean, you think you're doing well, you think you're doing, you and God, oh, it's me and God, we're on our path. No, he will find some way to intercept you. Some way. There's just really no way to get around it. So I guess that's why I brought this to y'all, because yeah, I wanted to use this incident as like, again, another testimony, proof of what, you know, the devil can do and how he can infiltrate you. And yeah, it's crazy, guys. I've never been sued for that much money in my whole life, like never. I knew I was doing obviously something, you know, right? If lawyers are coming after me for that much, but yeah, to see that someone to try to take everything from you like that, and you just have to watch out for the devil, because he's going to come at you. And guys, I'm going to use it like this, right? God and the devil are two powerful beings, and God is way more powerful, but they have some of the same characteristics and the same powers, and they both use people as vessels. And God can use you as a vessel, the devil can use you as a vessel. And basically, just look at them. Y'all probably heard this this quote. Basically, look at them like wolves, right? There are two wolves. God's a wolf, devil's a wolf, and we are sheep here on this earth plane. Herd sheep down here, and they're hungry. They're both looking for sheep, right? Well, if they're both looking for sheep, who wins? The one you feed the most. Let that resonate, guys. Guys, I love you. As always, Kelvin with 13th Ascension. Just remember, guys, Yah loves you. Keep God first in your life. And remember, the devil is always lurking. I've got this video footage coming right after this with the car crash, or yeah, the wreck. Have a look at it, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.
Can't be combined with additional discounts without the 714.
In some places, it's always rush hour, and the honking never stops. At Nature Valley, we wouldn't have it any other way. Take in the outdoors with Nature Valley granola bars.
Odyssey exclusive stations are curated for listeners like you. Download the Odyssey app and discover hundreds of new exclusive music stations on your summer soundtrack for barbecues, road trips, working out.
Just get ready to work.
Relax poolside. You can also check out music channels from your favorite artists. Download the Odyssey app now.
Taking the fuck on.
Wait, man. Wow.
Another one. DJ Khaled. Scratching me out my checklist 3 years ago. And 2 zeros to the one, I'm in a different mode.